Yep, I've said this one many, many times. Do you think you get a pass because you have a big R next to your name? Yes, because you're Republican. Do you think all is well? No, I'm sorry. I think not. There's a lot of people who call themselves Republicans who do not act like what the party actually stands for. Case in point, let me read an article, the beginning of an article for you that was written in Breitbart, which says 12 Senate Republicans, yes, folks, 12 Senate Republicans voted with Democrats on Wednesday for the far-left Respect for Marriage Act, which is reportedly designed to provide federal protections for same-sex and interracial marriages. By the way, I just want to ask this one question. Since when were we having a problem with interracial marriages, right? For a very, 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 very long time, there has been no laws that have been prohibiting interracial marriage. Now, some of you might bring up some of the old laws from the past that are in the South and so on and so forth that don't get respected or honored, but they are making race equated with the issue of a decision to live a life contrary to what the Bible actually says. A lot of people say, well, I was born gay. And to that, I would just simply say, well, I agree with you, right? Because each and every single one of us were born in sin. It doesn't really matter what that sin might be, but the reality of it is when we as a nation begin to codify, yes, I will use a leftist term, right? When we begin to codify sinful activity into the nation's laws, what we bring is a powerfully destructive mechanism into the infrastructure of our country. Now, it's very sad because if we had 12 Senate Republicans actually choose to not go with the Democrats, well, then this bill would have actually failed, because they needed 60 votes in order to make the bill actually pass. And yet, it's interesting because it's going to go to the House, and who knows what's going to happen with the House. I can just simply tell you this, it's pretty bad. And by the way, if you want to know who it was that actually voted, why don't I just read their names, right? Roy Blunt, Richard Burr, Shelley Moore, Susan Collins, Joni Ernst, Cynthia Loomis, Lisa Murkowski, which, by the way, I butchered her name, I know, but surprise, surprise, right? Rob Portman, oh, here's another surprise. Mitt Romney, Dan Sullivan, that's another surprise, yeah, real surprise. Tom Tillis, and Todd Young. Keep those names in mind when you get to voting season in a couple of years, hopefully when you won't forget about it. But here's the bigger issue. This nation is doomed when we begin to codify terribly ungodly behavior. We are destroying our country right at its fiber, and it is time for us as a nation to wake up and recognize what's going on. There's a lot of people that are arguing right now about what happened in this election or what happened in that election, but when you really think about it, God is judging the United States of America like he has judged many other nations, because they have chosen a sinful lifestyle, and God is judging the nation by giving the nation what it wants. And when the nation gets what it wants, and what it wants is sinful practice, then that means they want destruction, and we are well on our way down that road. It's time to repent, folks. We got to open up our eyes and recognize things for what they really are. Time to repent. God bless you.